So why am I so excited about Kaddex, and why is Kaddex going to play a monumental role in the development and explosive growth of the Kadena ecosystem? Let's dive in. And shout out to Kadena Switzerland. They're the one who retweeted this and I ended up catching on to it. We are eager to announce that we are officially code complete, 100% ready for launch, and we'll be moving into auditing. In less than a year, we are so excited that we have hit such a major milestone. Everybody keeps asking, why is the price of Kadena not running up? Taking a look over at DeFi Llama, if we look at a project like Avalanche, for example, and what DeFi Llama shows us is all of the applications that are actually built on top of AVAX. We can see Aave, Joe, QI, CRV, PTP, and there's one thing I want to point out. If we take a look at Joe, we can see Joe just has the AVAX logo. We can take a look at Platypus Finance, just has the AVAX logo. What that means is the only ecosystem that application is being used is in the underlying asset being AVAX. So we can see YAK, QI, and Joe. So when QI launched, because they are only on AVAX, in order to purchase QI tokens, you would have to go to your favorite centralized exchange, mine being Bybit, buy some AVAX, send that AVAX over to your MetaMask wallet. Then you would go on to quote unquote a DEX or a decentralized exchange, and you would purchase QI or Platypus or YAK, whatever application you want. Anytime a new project launches on top of an ecosystem, and that is the only ecosystem that it's launching on, you're always going to be required to use that underlying asset. So as Kadena begins to scale, every time that there's a new project launching on Kadena, people are going to go take their Kadena and they're going to go buy that asset, or they're going to go take whatever ERC20 or Ethereum tokens or Cardano tokens or whatever other tokens that they have, and they're going to sell those, and they're going to come over and low cap gem hunt in Kadena. Every single project that launches on Kadena is going to be a low cap gem, and because it has such massive potential to be the future of the crypto space, I think it's going to be massive. So if we take a look again over here at applications like Aave, how has Aave performed? Even though Aave is bridged to Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, Phantom, Harmony, QP, I mean, take a look at Curve. Everybody talks about interoperability being the holy grail. I can't say for certain, but I don't think bridging anywhere has done anything positive for Aave. I think when a new project like Kaddex launches, if Kaddex has borrowing, lending, A, B, and C, that most people in the Kadena ecosystem are going to choose to interact with local assets versus having to use an asset that was bridged over and then you have to wrap your Kadena to use it in Aave. Nobody wants to wrap their Kadena. Nobody wants to wrap their assets to move them over to another ecosystem. I'm sorry, I personally don't. Unless, here's the key piece. Those assets are hodl forever plays. Assets like Luna, which I never plan to sell. Assets like Bitcoin, which I never plan to sell. Assets like Flux that I never plan to sell. If I had to bridge those assets over, which I will, to get into the Kadena ecosystem, I'll definitely bridge those over because I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. I want to keep it in my wallet and I want to keep it there forever. And I want to add liquidity on Kaddex and I want to be a liquidity provider. Hodl forever assets, yes, bridging those to an ecosystem, major benefit, major upside potential. Outside of bridging assets, I don't really think that any of these applications that are going to bridge over to Kadena will be that saving grace for that application. I think because the Kadena ecosystem is so much more secure and their smart contract coding language packed is so secure, because we've seen assets like Compound get hacked for $350 million and that line of code had been there for years and nobody just caught it. You can be the best coder, the best developer, the best whatever in the world, but accidents and mistakes happen because the underlying coding language is turning complete. Where on Kadena, packed coding language is turning incomplete. So it prevents people from leaving backdoor loopholes in the system. And that's way above my head, so I'm probably just throwing shit on my butt right now, but you guys get what I'm saying. Platypus Finance. So right now, if Platypus Finance launched on Kadena and they weren't already on AVAX, how would you buy those tokens? How would you sell those tokens? Because there is no marketplace for them, you have no way to sell them. So even if there were 100 different dApps built on top of the Kadena ecosystem right now, it would look something like Cardano. It would be pretty much useless, but it would be exciting because there's things being built on it, and there are on top of Kadena. But once those applications are built, you have no way to trade them. When new assets want to launch and they want to do quote unquote IDOs, how do you do crowdfunding or raise money or get that upfront capital if you don't have a DEX to sell your token on? So let's do a deep dive into what this actually means for Kaddex. I'm super excited for it. If I had to take a guess when I thought Kaddex would be out, it would be sometime in June, but I could be wrong. That'd be my best guess. They got to go through auditing. It looks like Kadena Switzerland said it may take a while. So I would say my best guess for Kaddex launch would be between June 1st and September 1st. Those would be my best guesses. So get ready, guys. There's only going to be so many opportunities like this. When Kadena does take off this next time, I bet you within 1 month, I have over 20,000 comments on all of my social media platforms saying, is it too late? Is it too late? Is it too late? Just depends. When Kadena's $300, I still don't think that'd be too late, but it's going to be a lot more expensive. So appreciate you guys. Peace.